Chef Todd, you are the executive chef and a teacher with the team here, but earlier in your journey, you faced some tough challenges, including addiction and incarceration. What inspired you to overcome those things and pursue a better life for yourself and your family?
I just came to a place where, I didn't amount to nothing. I didn't feel spiritually, mentally, physically right, and I didn't want to die that way.
Welcome to American Trade. Today's guest is an inspiration for how you can take control of your life and set a course for excellence. Executive Chef Todd Whitman from Sérénité Restaurant and Culinary Institute has risen from challenges such as addiction and incarceration. Todd was able to change his life with the help of some great people along his journey, and now he is doing the same for others at Sérénité Restaurant and Culinary Institute.
My name is Todd Whitman. I'm the executive chef of Sérénité Restaurant Culinary Institute. This is the front of our building, our beautiful patio. It stretches around to the side. So come join us for a good meal and support a really good cause. This is our beautiful dining room here. This is our front room. And just while we're right here, this is our beautiful plaque where we won Taste of Medina at the Weymouth Country Club. We just got 4 awards in the Cleveland Magazine Silver Spoon Award. Was able to take 7 students down there with all the elite top chefs in Northeastern Ohio.
Chef, tell me about the food here and what kind of restaurant Serenity is. And I think I got it right that time. Serenity, right?
Yes, a lot of people say Serenity, it's Serenity. Yeah, the food, we're a French cuisine. I do a lot of French dishes. Like right now I got coquille Saint-Jacques on there, a chicken César, which is normally known as a hunter's chicken, certified Angus beef steaks, which are phenomenal.
Am I happy to see a New York strip in there? Am I looking at
yeah, you are. And look, certified Angus beef too. All our steaks, except for the A5 Wagyu, are certified Angus beef. This is what we use. Our sirloin, people get our sirloins and think it's filet. That's how good our steaks are. I do a lot of du jours too, charcuterie du jour, certified Angus beef du jour, soup du jour, pasta du jour, flatbread du jour, fish du jour. So on top of the classical French menu.
Now tell me for du jour, I'm asking for a friend, but what does du jour mean specifically?
Du jour means dish of the day. This is called garmager. This is where we do our salads. We got some niçoise olives, some haricots verts, boiled eggs, grape tomatoes, butter, lemons, mixed herbs. We got some feta, mozzarella over here. Our vinaigrettes are over here as well. And then this is sauté over here. This is sauté station. Haricots verts, rice pilaf, classical risotto, Gruyere cheese from Switzerland. Some minced garlic, grated Parmesan cheese. Some brunoise cut. The students learn how to do this. A brunoise cut is a very small cut, carrots, onions, scallions for our classical award-winning mac and cheese.
I've seen a few of the dishes just on the website or what have you, and it's amazing. It's amazing stuff. So definitely a true creator for the work that you do, man. This is much more than a restaurant. Give me a little background on how Sérénité Restaurant and Culinary Institute came to be and its purpose.
Brandon Krastowski, the founder of Edwin's, was a startup financial consultant here for the first year. I went to his program. He called me. He got with some good people. Some good people from Medina had called him through the court system, asked me if he helped get this going. He said yes, and then that's why it's French. And it's it used to be an 8.5-month program for our students. We just shortened it down to 7 months. It costs us $20,000 to train a student through that time. After we train the students how to do the stuff, then they actually do it. So we put it on the prep list, observe them, but first we teach them the basic stuff, culinary math, how to read a recipe, how to use your knife, and then, then we start with the training with the recipes, and then they actually do it.
I'm over 40 years old, man. I just learned this recently, the difference between sous chef and executive chef, but just fill us in for our audience what the difference between
so
the two.
Sous means under.
Okay.
So here there's only executive chef and sous chef, but there's multiple chefs in different restaurants. Pastry chef, you can have a saucier, but just here there was only 2, and it's called the brigade system. So I was the sous chef for 2 years, and I've been the executive chef for over 2 years now.
All right, I feel like I've gone through the training institute right now, just learning some of these definitions, Chef. This is a high quality dining experience, but it's also a nonprofit venture. Where do the profits go that come into the restaurant?
The restaurant's got to self-sustain itself, and it's been tough since COVID. It really has. You know, we're just on ground level. So right now, you know, the profits, we're not really making a profit. It's just enough to pay the bills. And we get grants through the state, through our recovery center, which is we have next door. And it covers, you know, some of the student stuff and all the programming that goes on next door, like parenting classes, GED, peer supporting, our director of recovery, and stuff like that. The things that they learn this is upscale stuff. Like I teach the 5 mother sauces. I teach knife skills, 3-2-1 pie dough crust ratios, 3-1 vinaigrette ratios. I teach serve safe. I'm a serve safe proctor here. So anywhere you go to eat, you have to have a serve safe manager there at all times.
It is executive chef and executive about 5, 6, 7 other things. It sounds like it's a lot of responsibility.
It is. You know, I was in no hurry to be the guy, to be the executive chef. When I got in the industry, I was like a sponge. You know, I just wanted to learn. I wanted to excel. And it's a lot of responsibility. It's more than just cooking. You know, it's managing people. This is William, a graduating student here. He's hired in, very talented, been in the industry for a while, and you know, in recovery and just showing the students, you know, hard work pays off.
Chef Todd, you were the executive chef and a teacher with the team here, but earlier in your journey, you faced some tough challenges, including addiction and incarceration. What inspired you to overcome those things and pursue a better life for yourself and your family?
Well, growing up, you know, in poverty on the west side of Cleveland, you know, I had that macho man attitude, that ego, and I lived a fairy tale world. You know, I hung around the wrong people for a long time, and I always knew there was an issue. You know, and alcohol and drugs, you know, always stemmed from all my convictions, all my craziness and chaos, and it just came to a point in my life. I was 35 years old, 7 children at that time, you know, a wife, went to prison, you know, in and out of institutions from the age of 11. I've spent 6.5 years in institutions, and I just came to a place where, you know, I didn't amount to nothing. I didn't feel spiritually, mentally, physically right, you know, and I didn't want to die that way, you know, and so the change had happened. When I got out of prison, I went to my parole officer, you know, right after getting out, was right back into it. When I was in prison, my wife went to the homeless shelter, and so we were living off of East 93rd and Miles, and, you know, and it was, you know, I had to take a hard look at myself, and I got honest for the first time in my life. You know, I went to my parole officer downtown, I was like, you know, I need help. And they said, Mr. Whitman, instead of giving you a sanction, we're gonna send you to treatment. And I just took it really serious. You know, it was the first time I was like letting people in, I was being honest. Talking to caseworkers, going to meetings, and really like getting all that garbage that I had built up in here. You know, I had a void there and I always felt it with, you know, sex, money, alcohol, drugs, violence. Getting clean first and foremost, it would enable me to be or to do anything that I wanted to. First, to be a father and a husband, then to be a productive citizen of the community.
How valuable was what you learned in the institute that you went to? And how valuable is it for you now to help students and change their lives?
Oh, it's crucial. It taught me the basics, how to use a knife, read recipes, on the line. You know, it was real life action, how we have here, you know, the culinary training, and then you're actually cooking for guests. It was a great pivotal point for me. You know, I was like, this is what I want to do, you know, and I was seeing guests coming in and, you know, and learning a bunch of stuff. I had a lot of classes, front of the house and back of the house, and it was really exciting because you know, working with food, it never gets boring for me because I can always keep creating. You
mentioned, you know, your family, you know, early on some of the things, you know, when you see your kids now and so forth, when they see you, you know, they come to the restaurant or see you come home from work, what have you, you know, what do they think about that, man? What do they see?
It's definitely a different feeling, you know, they respect me, you know, they have structure, they have a foundation at home, you know, and before they never had that, and now they do. They know when Dad says he's going to work or going to a meeting or going somewhere, I'm really going there, you know, I'm accountable and come back, you know, and just the little things that matter, you know, if they need something for school, you know, and me and my wife just bought a house over a year ago. You know, we always got evicted out of everywhere, and now, you know, we have a foundation, and so it's good having that stability, you know, and that safety net at home and good structure.
when you see the students and talk to them, you know, can you sense that it is making a difference what they're taking away from being here with you and the other staff here?
Most definitely. That's the greatest reward I get from here. You know, we get students that come in. First, they spend 6 weeks in the recovery center, then they transition over to the culinary school, making sure that this is the right fit for them. But when they come in, they're scared to, you know, some of them are scared to use a knife, sear a fish, temp a steak, and reading recipes. And so when we teach them these things, at first they're a little nervous, like anything you do when you first learn it. You know,
you don't want to mess up. You don't want to mess anything up.
No,
especially
yeah,
it's a very nice place. You don't want to mess anything up back there.
And then after a little while, they start getting comfortable. You know, I very rarely cook on the line. You know, that's what I'm here for, to teach, because that's what good leaders do. And when I come out and talk to guests, and they're like, "Thank you, chef, the food was so good," and the students are back there cooking it. The students are back there, you know, making everything from scratch, doing the sauces, doing the prep, you know. And so it's just it's a process for them. And then when they graduate, I help get them jobs in higher restaurants in all types of areas. I got restaurant owners, executive chefs, and general managers waiting to employ our graduating students. It's a wonderful feeling. You know, it takes a team effort from the top to the bottom, and that's what we do. We truly care about people and helping them get on their journey.
Chef, what advice would you give people who are experiencing maybe addiction, you know, or other issues that they're struggling with, but want something better out of life? What would you tell those folks?
The first step is just to, you know, to get honest and ask for help. You know, that's the biggest barrier to bridge. You know, it's just asking for help, you know, and there's plenty of good people and resources that want to help people, whatever obstacle, whatever they're facing, you know, their troubles. Like, there's good people that want to help you. Get the help. If you do the right things and you stay positive and you put yourself around good people, like, life can change. And it doesn't, I tell them, it doesn't happen in a day or in a week or in a year, you know, but if you get on that path and you keep on that path, you know, the blessings just pour in. I am Todd Whitman, executive chef at Sérénité Restaurant Culinary Institute. I am American Trade.
If you like this, please make sure to like and subscribe. And please don't forget to share with at least 6 people.